Hi, I'm Peter Delucia, your host for this episode of Dining Out in Lewisboro. Today we're featuring The Heights at Brother Vic's, a brand new restaurant owned by two South Salem residents, Vic DePonzo and his partner Brian Gernant. It's going to be a great episode. We're going to go inside and we're actually going to meet the two partners and see them make one of their signature appetizers. So come on and join me for this episode of Dining Out in Lewisboro. I'm here with the owner of The Heights at Brother Vic's, Vic DePonzo. Victor, thanks for having us here today.
Thank you for coming in, Peter.
Oh, it's great.
It's great to have you here.
Victor, we've known each other for a while, and I know you're a longtime town resident. Why don't we talk about a little background about you and the town before we get talking about the restaurant?
Well, I moved here in 1990 with my wife Joanne and my young son Nick. He was a year old at the time, and we moved into this fixer-upper up in Twin Lakes and grew a family here. And we've been here for a long time, and we're happy to still be here. It's a great spot, and we love it.
Now, you've been involved with the town with a lot of things, and the kids played a lot of sports, right? Hockey. We always talk about both of our sons playing hockey.
Oh, yeah. A lot of travel hockey. My son played for John Jay, he played for Brewster, and we spent a lot of weekends traveling around and having a lot of fun. And
but with all that travel, you go to a lot of restaurants. I can tell you, every weekend when we're on the road, we're at a different restaurant. So you kind of get a lot of different ideas, even though you weren't originally in the restaurant business.
Yes, exactly. Between that and working down on Wall Street for 30 years, I spent a lot of time in restaurants as well. So I've been on the buy side, as they say, in the restaurant business. So now I'm on the sell side. So
and what about music?
I've been a musician since I'm 12 years old. So it's always been a part of my life, and I love it. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to open up a music venue like this in town. Plus, it's in town, and it's I think I want to create a space where people can come, feel comfortable, and have a good time.
So the Heights at Brother Vic's is like a culmination of all of your experiences from Wall Street, from travel sports, from music especially, and all these different things come to fruition right here at the place we're sitting.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the first time I walked into this building, it hit me that this would be a really, really great place for music and for catering and for the town to come and people from around this area to come and utilize. It's a great space, and we've made some adjustments to it since we got in here, but we're trying to make it a real comfortable place for people to come.
Well, from all the years that I've been in town too, and I've lived down on this side of town in Vista for over 20 years, and this space has taken on a few different renditions, and different restaurants have been here. But to me, what you've done in this space now, being able to utilize what was existing and make some tweaks and changes, it's absolutely gorgeous. The size of the bar area, having the big stone fireplace, and then the catering space, which you've set up amazing with the stage and everything for really spectacular venues that can be there, from a concert to just a battle of the bands, or to having a wedding or a confirmation, a communion, a bar mitzvah. It's great space, Victor.
Well, yeah, that was the idea. That's kind of the business plan. This has been a lot of different restaurants over the years, and it was always kind of an a la carte kind of restaurant, and it's a big space for a smaller road, and we want to make this a destination spot. So that's why we're focusing on music up front, but we're also on the knot.com and trying to promote weddings. We've had confirmations and bar mitzvahs and communions already. We're doing that. We're doing some John Jay parties. So it's utilization of that space is important, and it's a great space, and there's not many around here. That there's not many places around here that can accommodate 200 people in the back.
And the difference though too is that you could accommodate the 200 people, but another thing that I know a lot of my friends and families are always looking for is after a lacrosse game, after a baseball game or a soccer game, somewhere to go out, get a quick meal without having to, go to the bank and hit the cash machine to take out an extra few $100s. You have the option here of eating in the bar with a full menu, even if an event is going on. Tell me a little bit more about that. I mean, my family and I came here the other night. It was fantastic. We ate at the bar. We were able to, have some nice burgers and some awesome, appetizers, and get out of here for, not feeling like I broke the bank.
Well, we're trying to keep the price points reasonable, only because we want to create a comfortable setting for people around here and keep the quality of the food, at a high level as well. And the fact that when we have an event, you can come certainly sit in the front and hang out and relax and enjoy. We have concerts as well, the pre-recorded concerts that I show all the time that typically nobody does, which is something different that you don't see elsewhere. And we really want to make this a community space for Lewisboro, because I'm from the community and it means a lot to me. But we're trying to branch out to New Canaan and Ridgefield and around to make it also a kind of an event space with the music and get some national acts in here.
And with all the TVs that you have, it's not only the music that you play. I mean, I got to unfortunately watch the Rangers lose in overtime in the playoffs.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, the Yankee games on, the Met games are on. You got the sporting games on here.
Yeah, we dedicate a couple of TVs every night to sports, and the rest are for music. And we're trying to keep the music theme going, but we're not excluding sports, because I'm a big sports fan as well, a Ranger fan and a Cub fan and a Steelers fan. So I'm always watching sports as well.
So we got the Rangers.
We got the Rangers in common. That's about it.
So why don't we talk a little bit more about the menu? So if a family comes out here or a couple comes out here to eat in the bar area, let's say, or in the dining room, either way, what are the typical menu ideas?
Well, we have really popular dishes, the crispy Brussels sprouts. That's been flying out of the kitchen.
I love those.
Those have been flying out of the kitchen since we opened. And we have, typical appetizers, pub fare stuff, calamari and stuff like that. But the burgers, chicken, wings, steaks, it's a pretty full menu from top to bottom. You can get pretty much anything you like.
So if you feel like coming in and having wings and a burger, that's fine.
That's fine.
But if you want to have Brussels sprouts as an appetizer and a steak dinner afterwards, that's here too.
Yes.
Great.
And you can have that any time. During a show, you can have it in the bar. You can have it at the bar.
What about outside? Can I have it
outside? We have outdoor seating, which is beautiful overlooking the lake. It's a great spot, and we're looking to expand that seating at some point. So it overlooks, we have more of lakefront views.
I think people don't realize that. When you drive by the Oak Ridge Shopping Center and you're zooming down 123, either heading down to New Canaan or heading back up to 35, you don't realize behind the shopping center is the Heights of Brother Vic's. And behind the Heights of Brother Vic's is a beautiful lake. And it's manicured, and there's outdoor tables and dining. So now that the spring is sprung, it's a great opportunity to get outside and eat outside.
It's a nice spot to sit outside, and it's a nice spot for brunch on Sunday when we do brunch on Sundays.
Talk about, so you do a Sunday brunch?
We do 11:30 to 3. We do brunch on Sundays.
Now, what about reservations?
Reservations are encouraged, but you can walk in if you want as well. We try to accommodate all the time, so it's not an issue.
Reservations for brunch are encouraged, and what about for
reservations for any event are encouraged. This way we can staff properly and make sure that everybody's taken care of in the proper way. We want the service, the food, and the events to be all top notch. And if we hit all three, I think we'll be keeping our customer base very happy here.
That's awesome. So now you're not open those 7 days a week. You start on Wednesdays?
Wednesdays, yeah. Typically do trivia on Wednesday, and right now it's once a month, but it may be even more. We're doing a 20-piece orchestra jazz ensemble, which these bands are tremendous.
Wow.
They're like off the
20-piece band.
Yeah. Well, mostly all horns. So it's a lot of fun, and everybody that's been in here has been wowed. That's been great. And Thursdays we do in the Brother Vic's Lounge here. We do like an acoustic set with one or two guys just to keep the music theme going. And then Friday and Saturday we do regional and national acts in the back room. But the whole place is always open for everybody. Sunday we open earlier. We open at 11:30 in the morning for brunch. And then at 3 o'clock, we switch over for early dinner.
How does a brunch work? Is a brunch a menu when you kind of choose, or is it kind of buffet brunch? People do brunches differently.
It's a la carte right at this point. It's a la carte. We have a full menu for brunch, and then it switches over to a dinner menu after that.
Okay, cool. Catering. If we want to have that party, we mentioned catering before.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about catering.
Well, we can provide seating up to 250 people. In the space, 200 in the back, 50 in the front. We have a full service kitchen, and we can create any menu you want for any event you want.
So you could have the open bar going in here.
You could have the open bar here.
Set up in the bar inside.
Exactly, but we have the service bar in there, so get your drinks inside or whatever you want inside. So it's a full service venue.
So I guess you could do a cocktail hour here in the bar space too if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you're going to set something
We've
like
done
a
that as
wedding
well.
or do something outside, and then do something on the patio outside, and then move into the main venue, have the band playing, dancing, service, the whole nine yards.
Exactly. It's a full service catering venue as well, besides being a music event space.
I got to say, even just looking out the window right now and looking at the lake and all, and it's not the greatest of all days. I mean, the sun's starting to try to come out. Boy, you could take some nice pictures out there.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you did have a bridal party, if you did have an event where you want to get some pictures taken, the outdoor space is definitely available.
You can do lakeside pictures down right up to the lake, and there's access to it. It's fine. You can do them off the deck or down by the lake, or inside or in front. It's this venue is sitting in a really nice spot with a lot of nice views around it. So it's good for that type of event.
It definitely is. People don't realize the beauty that's here right in Vista.
Yeah.
In the Oak Ridge Shopping Center.
Exactly. You're not sitting, if you're having brunch here, it's not like you're sitting in a parking lot somewhere in Danbury.
No.
Having brunch outside. You're sitting on a lake. It's really nice.
Yeah, and then you're so close to other venues after that. If you come here from New Canaan, or even if you're in town, a lot of people don't, necessarily enjoy Ward Pound Ridge. They don't enjoy Leon Levy. You live in a town and you forget about these wonderful resources that are right here. You don't have to travel for them. I remember growing up in Yonkers, and my father had been a scout, and his big thing was, hey, on the weekends we take trips, and a lot of times we would drive to Lewisboro, and that's how I found out about the area when I was probably 6 years old. I remember going to Ward Pound Ridge and barbecuing, camping. Now that you live here, you kind of forget that you have that right there. You don't have to travel for it, so you can come for a nice brunch on Sunday here at Brother Vic's, and then you could go for a nice hike. Just drive down the road
There's
2 miles,
a lot right in town,
and you're
that
there.
You can do. You're exactly right. Lewisboro is, over the years, and since we've both been here, it's changed a bit, and there's more and more things to do here. You don't have to travel far, and now you don't have to travel far to go see top quality music. You can come right here as well. So I mean that's one of the things that made me try to made me open this place, because I think the town. I know everybody goes to Ridgefield to the Playhouse, and they travel all over the place to go see music. I'm like, why don't we just do it here?
No, I think that's such a benefit for our residents and the surrounding community, because a lot of my parents like to go to the dinner theater all the way down in Elmsford, and it's kind of the same premise except just with music, because you can sit there and you can eat and you've got the music going, 20-piece orchestra, and you can enjoy having a meal and listening to that. That's amazing.
Exactly, right in town, which is great, and we plan on mixing it up from music to comedy and with magic and with some performance art going on as well. So over time, that the events are going to change. The performance events are going to change. So it'll be more diverse, and we'll utilize the space according to what feedback I get from the people that come in here.
So how can people find out about it? How can people keep an eye out and know what acts are coming, so they know and make their schedule, hey, this is a band I love, or even maybe is there a way that they can reach out to you to say, hey, have you thought about this band, or I've got a great band?
Well, you can reach out to me on the heights at brothervix.com. I'm also advertising on I-95 in Danbury and on WFUV, the Fordham station in New York. So you can hear about the events there. I advertise in the Lewisboro Daily Voice under the events. I usually put our events up on their site, so if you want to check it there, you can check it there. And we have flyers and stuff all over town, so we promote as much as we can to keep people informed. What you need to know is that every Friday and Saturday night we have live music, for sure. And unless there's a major event coming in, a wedding or something, but we'll let the public know beforehand. And most of those shows are publicized regularly.
Well, it sounds like you're getting the word out. We at LCTV are going to try to get the word out and have this out there.
Awesome.
But I tell you, the website sounds like another good thing to go to. And
the website is good. It's got everything on it from now. We're booked until the end of July, I think, right now. So we're and we're working on August and the fall now. In the fall, we're really going to ramp up the kinds of acts we have here as well.
Victor, so we made it behind the bar. This is great, and we're lucky enough to have your bartender, Sue, here.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Sue.
Yes, you are. So, Sue, Tell me a little bit about the bar. What's going on here? What do you guys have? Full bar? Tell me.
Yeah, we're a full-service bar with local and international products. We have stuff from Italy and France for our wine list, and Australia. And then our beers, as local as Captain Lawrence to Michigan and California. We carry it all.
How about some local liquors and things like
Yeah,
that?
we carry the 287 whiskey from Portchester, Brooklyn Gin, that's made right in Warwick, New York. And we plan to carry a lot more craft spirits in the future.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, what's a popular drink here in Lewisboro, in Vista? Is it
Well,
like...
we have quite a few interesting cocktails. Anything from the Sweet Sensation with Szechuan peppercorns to something as simple as a souped up Moscow Mule. We call it the Deep Purple.
The Deep Purple.
Yes.
So kind of go with the music theme.
Yes,
and,
most of our
Which
drinks
is my
are.
favorite band of all time, by the way.
Deep Purple. There you go. So is that the reason why that kind of
Yeah.
created that drink?
Yep.
His daughter created the name.
So what is the Moscow Mule, though? I hear that all the time. Is it a special glass, too, or what's
It
up?
can be in a special glass. We serve ours in a Collins glass with pureed blueberries, Bacchus 6100, and a really great ginger beer called Source.
So the ginger beer is the key in the
Yes.
mule, right? Okay, I remember that. All right, that's one I might have to try next time I'm in here.
Might as well.
What about like mojitos in summer? We're going into the summer and drinks like that. Is that something you guys
Yeah,
all...
we actually have been specialing a mango mojito, and that's made with fresh mint, mango puree, and some lime juice,
Awesome.
freshly squeezed lime juice.
I see that you've got a lot of room here at the bar. I mean, so you got dinner being served out here, and you're going to be back here making
Yes.
all the drinks for everybody.
Yeah, and we have rotating bartenders come in all the time and help me out.
How about guest bartenders from time to time?
Sure.
All right, I'll volunteer.
You're in.
All right. Sue, pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks.
So I'm in the kitchen with Victor's partner, Brian Granat, and you are not only his partner, you're the creator of my favorite appetizer,
Yes.
and I guess the signature appetizer here at the
Yes,
Heights,
our crispy Brussels sprouts.
crispy Brussels sprouts. So show me, Brian, how'd you come
So-
up with it, and what do we do?
Well, I like Brussels sprouts, but they're a little too bitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured when we crisp them up, they get a little caramelized natural sugars come out, so they get really sweeter instead of bitter. And then all we do is put them on our plate. Nice healthy portion. Then we top it with our crispy pancetta.
Ooh, pancetta. I did. Everything is good with pancetta. Everything's
Yeah.
good with bacon.
Shaved Parmesan.
Oh, man.
A little bit more over there. Then we top it with our homemade pesto aioli, which we just drizzle right across the top. And those are our signature Brussels sprouts.
Brian,
at the Heights.
that is beautiful. I tell you, it's a Brussels sprout. Even the pickiest kid will eat, and
Yeah.
I can't even resist.
the
I gotta
crunch-
have
the
one
crunch in it.
right here now.
They good?
Oh my God, Victor.
Very good.
I could just snack on those, eat those as a meal, sitting at the bar, watching the bands, watching
Yeah.
some sports. This is just a fantastic, and I guess I don't go as far as say healthy appetizer, but you know what? At least you're getting a
Yeah.
little bit of vegetables in
Yeah.
you. So
Right.
it's pretty good.
And we could always do it without the cheese and the sauce for a vegan.
Victor, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime. And I want to remind all of our viewers that the Heights at Brother Vic's is open Wednesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to midnight. And they have happy hour from 4 p.m. to 6 o'clock, where you could always find some fantastic specials. On Sunday, they open 11:30 for brunch, and that goes till 3 o'clock. And they also have a special early dinner till 8 o'clock every Sunday. And at 8 o'clock, lights are out on Sunday. And for more information to find out what bands are playing and lots of other happenings here at Brother Vic's, make sure you go to www.theheightsatbrothervics.com. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today and watching this episode of Dining Out in Lewisboro on LCTV, Lewisboro, Channel 20.
You're watching Lewisboro Community Television, Channel 20.